Hey everybody, it's Dyfex here again, coming back at you with another tutorial. So what we're going to be making today is a AU5 type bass in Serum, and this is what I got so far. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting bass. There's a lot of processing going on and all sorts of stuff. I'll have the link in the description for the wavetable and then the preset for Serum. Alright, so let's jump into this. We'll start a new slate, or a new project, my bad. Let's get a new. Okay, so now we're just going to open up our Serum. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. Alright. Let me detach it really quick. Okay, so first things first, we're going to start off by opening up our wavetable. We're going to pick the fractal wavetable. This is what it sounds like, kind of just by itself. It sounds like shit at this point. So yeah, it does not sound good yet, but we're going to work on it. We're going to make it sound better. Alright, so we're going to go down an octave, just so it's deeper. And we're going to set the wavetable position here to 100. So we have 100, and then we're going to go to bend plus minus, and that also will be 40%. So 40%, level all the way up. Okay, what else do we have? I'm trying to remember. There's a lot to this shit. Okay, so next we're going to do an analog BD sine. I don't know what that is. There we go. And then we're going to turn that down an octave. So that's kind of what we have so far. You should sound like that. And then the wavetable position, we're going to go all the way up. And then this is going to be a sync no window. And that's going to be 3.03%. So yeah, there we go. And then our level is going to be at 82%. So that's kind of what we have so far. And also we're going to turn the unisono or unison up to 9. I'm going to detune it to 12, 0.12. Yes, that's it. And we're going to turn this all the way down. The phase. Alright, so what else do we have? Okay, so we're going to go to the filter now, and we are going to pick a low end 12. And make sure you click this, the B, or oscillator B, my bad. Okay, so where's our cutoff? Cutoff's going to be at 121 hertz. Oh, my bad. That's wrong. 611 hertz. There we go. And then our release, or not release, resonance is going to be at 20%. And the frequency, 35%. And then let's see what else we have. The drive up to 12%. And then what do we have from there? Yeah, we're going to turn on our noise tab, turn it down. And then we're going to put macros on all this so we can start modulating it. So let's see. We're going to put this macro one on here. We're going to go to 36. There we go. And then we're going to put this on the bend. And right now you notice it's polar. We want unipolar. Or actually, my bad. I think this is polar. Or not polar, unipolar. We want it polar. Actually, no. This is polar. So anyways, how you do that is Shift Alt click. It'll change like that to where it's on both sides. And we want that at 28. There you go. Doesn't have to be exact, but you'll probably get the same exact results if you get it exactly how I'm doing it. But don't be afraid to experiment and mess around. Okay, so on oscillator B's wavetable position, we're going to do -71. Awesome. And then sync is going to be -30. Awesome. And then we're going to do unipolar on the cutoff on our filter. And that's going to be 46. And then for our frequency, it's going to be 29. Almost got it. And this is what we kind of have so far. Oh, my bad. We also want to put it right here on our noise. Probably right around like 13. Okay, so this is what we have when we mess with the macro knob. So that's just the start. Now we got to go to the effects tab, start adding some effects. This is where it's going to start getting really interesting. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so effects tab. And what we're going to start off with is an EQ. And we're going to have that at 151 hertz. There we go. We also want a low end on it. And then we're going to do hyper dimension. And we're going to go to 32% on the mix. And then on the size, we're going to do 14%. And then on the hyper part, we're going to do 63%. 63. And then we're going to move on to the distortion. So we need distortion now. And we're going to do sine fold. There we go. And the mix is going to be 34%. 34%. And then 15 on the drive. Alright, and then we're going to do pre-post. And we're going to put in, let's see, about 4,489. Oh, whoops. There we go. And then we're going to do this right here to about 32%, I'd say. Yeah, that's right. 32. And then we're going to grab our LFO1. We're just going to kind of make a shape like this. Right about there. Like that. Make sure you go to trigger. 12.5. And then we are going to set it right here. And also put it on our mix at -17. Okay, what else do we have? And then we're going to put it on the frequency right here. And we're going to go about -25. And this is what we kind of got so far. Okay, so let's continue. So now we're going to add some multiband compression. Pull that guy up there. And then on the threshold, we are going to do -12 or -20.7 dB. Oh, whoops, I just messed that up. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It's weird. Oh, it's because I don't have multiband compression on, I think. It's very odd. Oh well. Well, we want it like this, basically. Okay, and for our gain, we want 5.2 dB. There we go. And then we are going to put our macro 1 on it, -12 on the threshold. So yeah, okay. So what else do we have? Let's put a filter on there. And I think using a flanger plus, the very first one. Our cutoff's going to be right around here. Let's see. I think it's right around there. Okay, yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? Our mix is going to be at 69%. And now we're going to put our macro on there. So on the cutoff, we're going to do -19. And it's going to be unipolar, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. And then for the resonance, we're going to do 9. And then for our mix, it's going to be -16. This is what we have now. Let me move this over a little bit. So that's what you guys should have so far. So let's continue. Moving forward. Getting shit done, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna add a reverb now. Move this guy up here, and our size is gonna be at 16%. Decay all the way down. Mix at 25%. And then let's see, what else do we have? Okay, that's about it. And then we're going to add our macro 1 to the mix, and that's going to be -12. All right. So the last thing is going to be a phaser. My bad. Man, I am just fucking up. All right. So the depth is going to be 75%. And then our frequency is going to be 72 hertz. And then our feed is going to be 50%. And then our mix, 30%. Okay, so now we're going to add our macro 1 on the depth, and that's going to be -32. There we go. Frequency 17. Awesome. And then our mix 18. So there we go. So we should have this now. Oh, I forgot one thing. My bad, guys. We still have to put the macro 1 on our frequency on our EQ. My bad. And that's going to be 11. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much the patch. But there's a lot more processing that's after this. Oh, and another thing, actually, we gotta go like this to our matrix. And we're gonna go all the way down. We're gonna pick LFO2. Move it like this. Move it up. Pull it down like that. Do trigger. And I think it's about a bar. 12.5, I'm not sure. And then we're gonna go up an octave. And then we're going to go here, global master tune. And then we're going to put macro 2. Name it pitch. Cool. So now when we turn this up, we should get a pitch effect. Cool. So we got, so I think we can move on to the processing part. That's where it gets a little interesting too. Okay, so let's move on to it. So this is a bass. Just name it AU5 bass. Cool, so let's put it in here in our mixer. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to start off with is the EQ. And I'm going to use the FabFilter Pro Q. You can use any EQ you want, really. It doesn't matter. This is just what I'm using because I fancy it. Anyways, okay. So we're going to pull it down a little bit in the low. Right around here. And then right here in the mids a little bit.
Then we're going to boost the highs. Cool. So what's next is OTT.
You can use any multiband compressor that you please. This is just what I'm using again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the time,
then turn down the depth, and then turn down the downward, and then I will turn up the depth a little bit and detach it. Then I'll just play the Serum just to see how it sounds. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so let's see. Jesus. Okay, there we go. So what do we have now?
Okay, so I'm using the LFO tool, and I think you could just use Serum effects for this, what I'm doing, but I'm just using the LFO tool.
But yeah, you can basically do the same thing with Serum effects.
What I'm basically doing in here is just using
the filter,
just so we can get a little more filter automation.
Or not automation, modulation.
And I think I'm using, what was it? Okay, the comb L6 negative.
That's what I'm using. Okay, so let's see. So you want to turn up the resonance quite a bit. Maybe about here.
Turn down the mix
About, say right there. Turn the drive up a tad.
and then we're gonna pretty much
Automate this here a little later on, so we get some movement in the bass. So I'm just going to keep it like that for right now.
okay, so what's next is a gross beat. Wherever it is.
There it is.
And what we're gonna use is tremolo fast.
Pretty much. And then we're going to turn this down
for right now. And then what's next is another FabFilter Pro.
And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a high cut. So cool, we have our high cut now.
So that's basically all the stuff we're using for the processing.
I might add a little more, like
some saturation and shit.
But alright, so first off, what we're going to do
is we're going to use that macro one. And here I'm going to place this really quick.
I think we're going to do
2 bars.
Actually 1 bar.
We're going to do 1 bar. For right now, I'm going to turn the LFO tool off and then the FabFilter just for right now. Just so we can hear what we're doing.
Okay, so let's go to Serum. I'm going to press this knob a little bit
And we're going to go up here, and then we're going to go browse parameters.
Then macro 1, right click, create automation clip.
So now we want to make something along the lines of this. To kind of get that sound that I showed you guys in the beginning. Okay, cool. So we have that now. It's kind of the start. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to do something kind of similar that's in Ableton. Like the macro rack or whatever it is. I think it's an instrument rack. But it's basically the same thing. So we're going to go here or wherever it is in your guys's. I don't know where it's going to be on in your guys's list of things. But anyways, we're going to pick control surface. We're going to make some knobs. Knobby, knobby, knobby. Gonna make about 4, I think, yeah, about 4. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, we have 4 knobs. I'm gonna color each one as well, just so I don't get them confused. We'll also name them as well. Awesome. So the first one we'll name comb filter. Okay, so let's see what else we have. I think we have the flanger. Oh, wait. Shit. I totally forgot. I'll have to go back in a minute. Yeah. Anyways. I'll go back to that here in a minute. Okay, flanger. Then we got the tremolo. Tremolo. Then this one's going to be EQ mod. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our LFO tool, press detach, and I'm going to do the same with this one with our control surface. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to click on this knob, go up here, browse parameters, find it. Where is it? There we are. Cut off. Link to controller. And then here we go. Here's all our knobs. So comb filter, accept. So now when we move this knob, it's moving the cutoff. All right. Oh, and we also want to do this too. I forgot. So we want to link this
to that knob as well. So link to controller again, comb filter, because we want it to turn on the effect
while we're going up.
All right, cool. So what else do we have? The tremolo, that's next.
Basically all we're going to do with the tremolo is
have it to where it's turned off. Where is it?
Oh, whoops.
That's the gross beat.
My bad.
So yeah, you want that one. Link to the tremolo. There we go. Okay, so here, let me link the LFO tool. There we go. All right, so we'll do our EQ mod next. What we're basically gonna do here is just grab this,
our frequency cutoff,
browse parameters, and then make it linked to our knob. There we go. Okay, so the next thing is going to be the flanger in here. My bad, guys. I totally fucked that up. I should have done that earlier.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna go like that.
Turn those guys down.
Then we're gonna do the same thing.
Browse parameters.
Link to controller.
Flanger. Yes. Our mix.
Flanger, yes. Awesome. So now the flanger is controlling those two knobs. Awesome. So we're all set
To do the automation.
So let's jump into that really quick. All right. So we want to control surface. So we're going to start with this. With our comb filter. Got to get kind of close. So we're going to make something like this. So yeah. All right.
There's some weirdness going on. Not getting any sound now.
Oh. Huh. I know why.
It's because we have this turned on.
Okay, there we go.
So that's with the comb.
Comb filter on. just add in a little bit
of resonance to it and stuff like that.
Alright, so what do we have next? Our flanger. Let's do that.
Flanger helps with the song, or not the song, but the sound
a lot. We're going to do something like this.
Cool. So now we're going to do the tremolo. I don't know why I closed that out.
Cool, so we have our tremolo now.
And we're going to basically do this. So at the end it kind of has like a jittery sound. I guess that's what you can call it. I don't know. Okay, let's play it through.
Awesome.
So the last thing is our EQ modulation.
And this is what really gives it that wet
sound.
All right. So we're going to go like this. Go about right here to the middle. Pull it down a little bit. Go like that. Like that. And like that. And like that. Pretty much like that. So let's hear it now.
Okay, there's some problems.
It should be starting back here. Okay, hang on. We're going to figure this out. Because that is not right.
So we might have to do it in reverse. That is very odd. I'm going to redo that really quick. I'm going to delete that automation.
It shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to redo that really quick. Yeah, because it should be starting like this. It's very odd.
Maybe I did have it right. There we go. So yeah, that's the sound, guys. And that's pretty much identical from what I played in the beginning. So awesome. So yeah, guys. Hope you guys all learned something. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.